Hey guys, so I'm Rocky Rogue, uh, coming to you live, and I'm just playing some For Honor. So obviously, For Honor is not a new game; it's pretty old. It's like 4 years, I think, 2016 or something like that. And I was really excited to play this game when it came out, and I thought the whole style was cool. It was really neat to kind of see, and just kind of issues with the game way back when kind of prevented people from playing how the devs kind of intended. And one of the huge issues was like I remember watching a clip and it was like a Shugoki like running away from a warlord, but like he was kind of bobbing back and forth, threatening to do like his Oni run where he just kind of charges through you to get that free attack. And I thought it was kind of like hilarious because obviously that's not how they wanted you to play this game. And like I think after I saw that clip, I kind of stopped playing the game. Like maybe a little bit here and there, but definitely I was not playing this game every day at that point. And then uh, like I was chatting with one of my friends, my buddy, and he was like, "Hey, we should download For Honor. That game was cool, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, let's do it." And so we re-downloaded it, and it's I'm enjoying myself. I really do like this game. I feel like I always did, but it was very sparse. I wasn't that great at it, obviously, but like definitely like as I continue to play, I got better and better, and then a lot of the different kind of I stuff I didn't know, I would learn them. And recently I had seen like I just started playing For Honor again, and then like a week in I saw a video that was I forgot who made it, but it was like a video that basically was like everything that's wrong with For Honor, and he had like four topics, and it was pretty well done video. But I was watching it, and like even after like being back for not a very long time, I felt like some of his stuff was unwarranted. Like like definitely he mentioned like a couple of the like Jormungandr is a very strong character. Like the game doesn't feel good in general and stuff like that. So I was like, I wonder what the issue is. Like so I watched it, whatever, and he was really not into a lot of it, and some of it seemed like he was just mad at the game because a lot of the stuff that he was complaining about just seemed more of a situation where he just has to get better at the game. Like Jormungandr, he was very upset that this guy like plays differently than most of the other characters. A lot of people are, it's not just him, but it's definitely like I'm on the subreddit for Honor, and a lot of people complain about him. And honestly, I get it, but I also know it's a very easy thing to kind of to get away from, because a lot of the stuff that look, and here's my Jormungandr gameplay. So me and a buddy were just playing some brawls. I was just doing it for some footage, and so definitely like he's a stamina kind of bully, and so you don't spend a lot of stamina, otherwise you really get messed up when he starts really laying into you. And I think that's a really cool way to play. So it's because it forces people to think differently, and just on that mental aspect, it's very kind of like, what are you gonna do now? What if I punch you? What if I punch you? Kind of thing, and it's really cool to me. So I'm playing this dude, and I mean I find it a lot of fun, and I do pretty well, but definitely like I don't see the huge crazy like issues with them, because definitely he's like you could dodge out of like everything that's not his like undodgeable lights and wide swings basically. Like but the punches, they're reactable, like you could see it coming and then just dodge it. So I mean, I know I've done it before repeatedly. It's what you have to do when you fight Shugoki, because he just kind of rolls all over you if you have no stamina. But it's very kind of you know, it's simple. Execution may be a little off, but it's simple. Just dodge. And then what I find, like I think there's a match later where I'm fighting a warlord and he's literally rolling away from me. And don't get me wrong, I think he had the right idea because I think all he had to do was defend at that point, but he didn't. He was like rolling and then running from me, which kind of sucked. But, you know, like I don't find that fun because I'm playing the guy that's got to chase you. Then but yeah, like that was one of the things he mentioned. I just wanted to kind of touch on it because I don't think Jormungandr is that crazy. I think he's good, don't get me wrong. I don't think he's as bad as like the tier lists say he is. I think he's pretty good. But basically he was kind of saying that For Honor feels bad, and I was like, well, what kind of feels bad about this game? And I know for sure I've got a couple things that I don't like. Like, definitely, like, so I came back to the game and there were a list of new characters. Like, the last time I played was before Marching Fire ever came out. Like, I probably finished before, like, I finished playing this game before the first year was over. And I didn't go back to it for a long time. And until recently. And playing this game, I had to learn a lot of different characters that I had no idea, like, who they were or what they did, and that kind of like, well, what do I do? So I just took every character in the training. I wanted to learn what every character was capable of. Like the last time I played was probably like they added the new characters to the game, so it wasn't just the baseline characters. Like I remember playing through the Centurion release, Gladiator, who else? Shaman. I remember Shaman when Shaman came out. There was actually I guess I did play longer than the year, huh? But like all like I think like I remember seeing Shinobi, the Aramusha, right? That was the new guy. There was the new Vikings that they added to, who are, well, Shaman was one of them. Who was the other one? I can't remember now. Anyway, like I remember all these new characters, and then they released Marching Fire for the second year. Like I think it was after 2 years or on the second year. I don't really know. But they released Marching Fire, and these were all new characters that I've never seen before. And on top of that, then there was all of the Year 3 characters that came out that I was like, who are these people? And it took a while for me to learn kind of everything that they could do. It definitely helped playing the game because I was able to learn what these people could do, and then like I went into training and then I understood how they were doing it and what they were trying to do and what it was supposed to do, you know? So it was pretty, enlightening to play as the characters that I didn't know what was going on. So, but like, it does kind of feel bad when someone does something where you don't know what they're doing and what's going on. So, you know, it's just kind of just learning what they do. It's a matter of putting the time and effort into just kind of learning what's going on. So, alongside that kind of topic, playing against really skilled like people that really know their characters, like, you know, you see it in the pregame lobby where people are like rep 50 or 20, like even rep 20 like on a single character, I think is nuts. Like I have 1-2 reps on most characters. Like I recently was grinding Jormungandr until I hit rep, what am I, rep 8 now? I think I just hit rep 8 because I just got like 3 perks on my gear, so I was pretty happy with that. But like that took so long, in my opinion. That took days. That wasn't like a weekend grind. That was like a couple weeks, and I was like, how do people do this all the time? Like granted, the game's been out for a super long time, but I'm rep 8 and I feel like I've barely scratched the surface on this character because I don't faint, I don't have mind games with this character. Like I kind of get some things to what to do, but I'm very lacking in a lot of knowledge on things that I could be doing, which kind of, you know, I wish I kind of could, you know, be better at the game, but I play on PlayStation, And I feel like, I play the 4v4 game modes, and you'll never get really good players in there. It's rare. Sometimes that happens. That's a lie. That's a lie. It happens sometimes. But the really skilled people are like almost nauseating to play against. I fought a really good Lawbringer in Dominion one day, and man, I got obliterated, and I was like, "Jeez!" Like, so these people that really kind of master their characters, they are really like crazy to me. Like, I'm like, these guys know everything about this character, and it blows my mind. And they got the feints down. Like, you go to parry them, oh, they grab you, oh, he faked his shoulder bash into a guard break, or all this stuff like that, man. And like that right there, like I had to consciously decide to do that. I didn't just react and did it on a dime. Some people look like they're doing this stuff like in their sleep. It's amazing to watch. And so like fighting against really good players, especially when you're trying to learn a new character, you just get destroyed, and that kind of sucks. But you put the time into the character, you train with them, you learn what they're doing, you go practice, and then you go fight against actual people. That's how you should do it, right? But trying to like even after a few games of like another character, like I started playing Jean Hu, and I got destroyed. And like it was no contest. I was so bad with that character. I still kind of am, but like I'm getting better with him, and I'm like rep 1, almost rep 2, I think. And it took that long to like, oh, I kind of get what's going on with this character now. And obviously the ease of use for some characters is like very easier than others, kind of thing. Definitely it's very hit or miss depending on what you're doing. And then, but some characters are just super annoying and super crazy, like, but it mostly depends on the player on the other end. If they're really good at the game, it's going to be difficult for you because they know how to play. And just knowing how to play this game is like half the battle, really. But man, some characters are like, they have a leg up no matter who's playing them. And then if they know how to play that character, you're screwed almost completely. And it's, like really good Lawbringers, really good Wardens. I feel like I can't ever win against them. Shaman, like every time I play against a really good Shaman that's like really on top of their feints, their dodge game, I get obliterated. And I feel like it's consistent. Like I got destroyed by a Gladiator, the other day that just, I was like, let me try some duels. And I jump into duels, and boy, I got massacred. And it was like heavy into feint, into light, and then into a feint, into a toe poke, into another feint, into like the I stab you with the trident and throw you for free damage. I was like, this is awesome and crazy. But it was rough sometimes. But yeah, that kind of feels bad. Like all my friends kind of came to play with me on For Honor, and some of them are playing, and they're like, "Man, I don't even know what I'm doing on this character." Like he's spawned in, looking at his moveset, like I have dodge attacks, stuff like that. It was hilarious. And then another thing that kind of feels garbage, like especially like in the 4v4 game modes, which is really where it only exists. Like sometimes in brawls you get like these, you'll wait around for the other guy to finish, a semblance of honor and For Honor, so to speak. It doesn't really matter, but I don't care personally. I just play how the other team plays. But definitely like getting wrecked by 4 people, I'll be playing Dominion, and a lot of the people that are playing are like just 4-man gank squatting people, and it sucks to kind of play against that, man. Like you got the Kensei running around with like a Lawbringer, and then like they're getting you, and then suddenly 2 more show up. They were stealth, so you didn't see them coming. And then you get just destroyed. Then they move on to the next guy, the next guy, and the next guy. Then you're all kind of spawning in staggered. One of you can't take on all 4 of them. You run into that huge issue. And just getting destroyed by multiple people at once kind of sucks. I've had situations where I've lived like an onslaught of 4 people for a while. And, I expect backup to show up at some point. It never shows up. I may kill a couple people, but they just kind of back off the fight. The other two will keep fighting you. He'll just pick them back up, and then they'll be four on you in no time. That happened a few times. That kind of sucks. And it's rough sometimes, like, dealing with that. But those are just a couple things that I think that feels bad. Not necessarily, characters specifically, or I have an issue with a mechanic. It's definitely more like what's going on and how the players are playing. It has nothing to do with the mechanics in game. But I mean, definitely it's very iffy kind of thing depending on who you're playing against. Like, I could sit on a point the whole time and fight two people the whole game and not know the other two characters that are in the game. Or I know all four of them because they're all jumping me at the same time, So just a couple things that I wanted to chat about for Honor, because I really do enjoy this game. I don't think it's a bad game by any means, but definitely it's for some people it's too much. Like, a lot of my friends can't stand it. I'm the only one that really tends to enjoy the game at the end of the day, and it's rough. But I really do like this game, and I want the game to be better, but I'm waiting on them. I heard the testing ground changes were really good, so kind of waiting on those to kind of kick in, kind of see what's going on. But I don't think For Honor's that bad. I think it's really cool. I think it's a lot of fun. So, but yeah, sorry I kind of ran over the footage I got, but just kind of wanted to chat about For Honor. So, yeah, have a good one. Like the video, subscribe, please, maybe, who knows, whatever. Have a good one. Stay safe out there. Don't get caught with Corona.